Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Little Boo Radley is on the top stair and he is staring down at me. Well, hi, Little Boo Radley. He's like, Dad, it's time for a nap. It's been raining all day. It's time for a nap. I went outside, I did my business, I had my dinner. Dad's not home yet. Your dad's not gonna be home for a while, but he's got a couple of meetings tonight. He's like yawning. Little Boo Radley has the cutest yawn. Does your dog do this? He like yawns real big and then his tongue like curls on the end. It's so cute. Okay, he went back. He's going back to the bedroom. He's like, I'm going back to the bedroom. I'm going back to take a nap. How are you guys doing today? Okay, well, I wasn't sure how many videos I was gonna film today, and I ended up filming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos today. And so I'm trying to get them all uploaded before it gets too late, because it is currently 6:24 p.m. Little time check. Let's see what the Indianapolis weather is. I forgot to take my allergy medicine today, and my throat is itching me so bad. I am Indianapolis weather. It is 77 degrees, and it has been raining all day. The sun just came out like 10 minutes before I started filming this vlog. So was not a pool day today. Caroline texted me about tomorrow for Cousin Fun Day, because Cousin Fun Day is tomorrow. And she said, is 12 o'clock okay to pick me up? And I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. I only have a couple places to go tomorrow. And so she was like, do you want to go to the pool afterwards? And I was like, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But I said, if not, we can go to the pool. So tomorrow I may not. Okay, tomorrow it says, let's see what the weather says. 80 degrees. Precipitation, 6, I think it's supposed to like rain in the morning and then be nicer in the afternoon. So if that's the case, we might go to the pool. It was funny because I was actually thinking about that as I just took Boo Radley out before I started filming this vlog. I was thinking about how, I was like, today is not a good pool day at all. Like it's, you know, below 80. And it's not super nice outside. It's been raining. But then I was like, you know, the last day that we went to the pool, when Caroline and I went with my neighbor in the corner, and then Caroline left because she had a dinner appointment. I think that's what happened. And so my neighbor in the corner and I, we closed out the pool. It was a day that was very similar to today. Like it was raining outside. I mean, I think it was raining that morning or something, but it was very cloudy. I mean, it was not a good pool day at all, but I was like, I'm going to the pool today. So tomorrow is Cousin Fun Day. We may go to the pool, it just depends. I've got enough stuff to review, so I don't need to go buy review stuff. I need to run into the grocery store, maybe go to the P.O. box, and I think I have like 1 or 2 other errands, and that's it. So I don't have a lot, but I did bring, I've had this candle. It was sitting outside. It's probably some candle that I bought and showed in a haul. When I smelled it, I was like, it's kind of perfumey, cologne-y. Maybe it's what my husband bought. The Clean Theory Maven. Did I buy this? I don't know if I bought this or not. But I had it out on the front porch, and so I brought it inside because it was pouring down rain that one night, and it was getting wet. So I thought, well, I will light it over here and have it next to me while I am vlogging to get into the dark, dreary mood of the day, of which I love. I love this one. I mean, I love in the summer. This is like, he's staring down at me again. What is it, Boo? His little ears, now that he's like growing out from his haircut, his little ears are like full, and so they're like this constantly. They're so cute. Say, I'm a cutie and I know it. Hi, honey. His little ears going back. You're like, oh, Dad's supposed to be home. Oh, he just turned and looked at me as soon as I said Dad. He knows that word. Your dad's supposed to be home by now, isn't he? Well, he's got meetings tonight, so he's not going to be home until between 8 and 9. Oh, he said. Oh. If you're like me and you're at home all the time, then you spend the majority of your time talking to your dog. So, okay, so the reason I'm sitting here is because I want to get these videos uploaded. So let me do a little list check while I'm sitting here. My drama videos are both uploaded, and I just uploaded my Peter Does Stuff video. So let's go over and let's upload another video on my phone. Let's switch this over. I'm gonna upload another video on my phone. It's the easiest way, it's the fastest way for me to upload videos is on my phone. So let me go over here and airdrop this. You guys get to watch me work, which is always so exciting, isn't it? Okay, hold on just a second. Where's it at? Okay, I did cotton candy today. So yeah, I wasn't really sure how many videos I was gonna film today. First of all, when I got up, my eye is still really hurting, and this is after 2 pairs of new contacts. So I thought yesterday that maybe it was just like I had a piece of dirt in it or something like that. It doesn't hurt as bad as it did yesterday. And maybe it's still hurting today because it's just kind of the soreness from yesterday. I don't know. But when I got up this morning, even sleeping without my contacts, my eye was still like a little sore. And then I put my contacts in. And yesterday when I put my contacts in, the new pair, it felt better. Today, it didn't feel better. It felt sore. And it's been kind of like my eye's been really sore all day long. And then yesterday, sitting back there on the floor, filming those videos, my back all last night, I mean, it was like every time I got up, I felt like I was like 95 years old. I was like, Alex is like, are you okay, babe? I'm like, he's upstairs, I'm down here. I was like, my back is hurting so bad. Did I go to the pool last night? Did I go to the pool? I feel like I did go to the pool last night. Hold on a second. I think I did go to the pool last night, didn't I? Here's my little notebook that I'm keeping all of my stuff in. But I also keep a list of when I go to the pool. Hold on a second. Is today Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. Oh yeah, last night I went to the pool. I have all kinds of stuff on here listed. Let's see, I can go through here and I can tell you exactly what I did. So yesterday, the high was 87 and it was nice and breezy is what I put. Pool at the top circled. And then I filmed on every channel yesterday. I went to the pool with my neighbor. And, okay, I watched Below Deck while Alex was watching Love Island. I took a long nap last night. That was really, really good. My back hurt from filming on the wood floor I put down. It was really hot late into the night. Listened to the theme from Tootsie. So I was in my nap last night. Has this ever happened to you? I woke up from my nap. I had such a deep nap last night. And I woke up from my nap and I was like humming the song to Tootsie. I can't even remember what the song is called now. Oh, wait, I gotta put this video up. Hold on a second. Yeah, I had it, I looked it up on the YouTube video, the theme from Tootsie. Do you guys remember that movie, Tootsie? I used to love that movie when I was a kid. And so hold on a second. Go through here and make sure this is the right. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, do you ever upload the wrong video to the wrong channel? Trying Skittles. Here, hold on a second. And now that they said that, now I'm like worried I'm gonna upload the wrong video. Skittles and I have done that before though. And what's funny is here I need to keep my list of what videos I've like uploaded. Okay, so that one, now I'm doing that one. What's interesting is I usually catch it right away. Like I usually catch right away when I start uploading a video on the wrong channel. I'll start doing it and then like I'll go away and then I'll be like, I don't think I did I uploaded that to the right channel. And so I'll go back and look and I was wrong. So I usually can correct it right away. I mean, there's been a couple times in the past. I don't know that I've ever, probably once or twice, I probably have posted a video on the wrong channel, but I don't remember the last time that I did. So anyway, yeah, so, okay, let's see what else I did. So last night, I went to the pool with my neighbor. Alex was watching, there's a little bit rattly again. My husband was watching the last week's episode of Love Island, waiting for the new episode to come out at 9 o'clock. He's like obsessed with the show. He was like, it is so good. And I told him, I said, you should watch Bachelor in Paradise, because it seems to me, because I've watched a little bit of Love Island just in the background, not enough to know what's going on because I want to watch it, and so I'm trying not to watch too much of it. But I was like, it kind of reminds me of like a mix between Bachelor in Paradise and Big Brother. I was like, what island are they on? He's like, Fiji. And I go, I've not seen in one episode where you've been watching it where they're like hanging out on the beach. So if that happens, I am not aware of that. So we went to the pool last night. It was really fun. We just kind of like laid around. We were talking about floating. She's like, I'm not a good floater. We had a whole conversation about being a good floater in the pool. She's like, my mom's a good floater. And I'm like, yeah, my mom was a good floater too. I said, I don't really think much about it. She's like, well, supposedly it's really good for you to like float in a pool. I said, who said that? She goes, I don't know, I feel like I read that somewhere. So we were talking all about that and stuff like that. I haven't heard from her today, so she obviously is probably like, it's not a great like pool day, because it's just not, it's not nice outside. So I came back from the pool and yeah, I watched, made some dinner, and then I watched, what do you call it? Below Deck Mediterranean, and I got caught up on last week's episode. I thought I was caught up, but I was a week behind. So I watched last week's episode. I think the new episode was either on last night or it's on tonight. So it'll be up, well, I could look in a second, but I'm uploading this video. It'll be up on, I watch it on Paramount when it's up. So it'll be up either tonight or tomorrow night. I love Below Deck Mediterranean. This season is so, so good. It's interesting because Aisha, who is I can't remember the name of it. I want to say the captain of the crew, the stew. She's like the main charge. She's in charge of the interior. I had seen her in another season or two, and I didn't love her. Like, I didn't dislike her, but she wasn't like my favorite. But this season, I really, really like her, and she's so smart. And she dates somebody that's in yachting too. And she was talking to this girl, and she was about this girl's boyfriend, like calling her and guilt tripping her and stuff like that. And she's like, you know, you can't do that. She's like, my boyfriend will be like, if you're busy, just call me later. And she's like very smart on this one. And she's like the rule of yachting is like, don't screw the crew if you can't emotionally handle it. It's like what she puts underneath it. And she's like, if you can emotionally handle it, do it. But if you can't, don't do it. There's a lot of drama already. This is a good season of Below Deck Mediterranean. And I didn't really think that I would like it at first, because there were a lot of new people that I didn't know on there. So I watched that last night, and then I took a nap with Boo Radley, and that's when I woke up. And, God, why can't I think of that song now? I'll have to look it up. As soon as I look it up, I'll know what it... Hold on a second. Theme song from Tootsie. It Might Be You. Might be... No, I can't sing it. But do you guys remember that song? Oh, my God. I love that movie. I haven't seen Tootsie in forever. I looked to see if it was on Tubi. It's not on Tubi. So then after that, after I got up from my nap, I listened to that song outside. It was so hot and humid outside. I was like, it's never going to get cold. But cool. But while I was outside, it started to rain a little bit. So I came inside, and then I finished. So I woke up. Oh, I woke up from my nap late last night. Okay, that's why I thought it was really hot. And I finished season 5 of Sister Wives. So I think I had 2 episodes last night, and they were both like 43 minutes left of Sister Wives. I sat outside for a while, and then it started to rain, and I came inside. I've been reading a little bit of the Walking Dead graphic novel each night too, because I'm trying to finish that this week, and one other once I finish that, I'm going to finish the Fangirl manga. Keep on turning the light down so it's not too bad. So So I finished season 5 of Sister Wives, and then I started season 6, and I got like 2 minutes into it, and I was like, no, you need to go back and watch Dark Matter, because I'm trying to watch an episode a night to finish it by Thursday night. I was going to try to finish it by Friday, but I'm trying to finish it by Thursday night. Last night, I watched episode 6, and it's a little bit better. I'm kind of into it now. Like tonight, I'm excited to watch it. Like tonight, I might finish it, depending on how good the last 3 episodes are. The first 4 episodes were just so slow and so dragging. I was so bored with it, and I love the book so much. I think I still have the book up over there, actually. It's one of like my favorite books. I feel like I got the book in the Book of the Month Club when I used to be like I was a member of that book or that book club. But anyway. So I watched an episode of that last night, and then I watched something else. I can't remember what else I watched. And then I went to bed. And I fell asleep rather quickly last night, but I kept on waking up. My back hurt. I just poured myself some iced coffee. I literally had like this much iced coffee today. I haven't really been drinking as much coffee until like last night. I just drank water. And I turned on the Keurig, and I never made a cup of coffee. I just drank water the whole time. But I haven't been drinking as much coffee. Maybe that's why I've been sleeping better. I don't know. Maybe it does have something to do with it. It just never feels like it does. But I kept on waking up last night because my back just hurt so bad. And when I woke up today, I like sat up on the edge of the bed. Boo Radley was like still sleeping. It was like pouring down rain when I woke up. And I woke up and I just was like, oh my God, my back is just still hurting so bad. Like, what is going on? And I knew I wasn't going anywhere today. Oh, I had therapy at 2 o'clock today. So I had therapy at 2 o'clock today, And so I just kind of did some stuff around the house before therapy, and then had the therapy session, which a lot of the therapy session was like going over the work that I had done on my OCD, because I want to do this video, and I think I'm gonna, I don't know, you guys let me know. I was gonna put it up on my Peter Does Stuff channel, then I thought, well, if I put it up on my Peter Monn, my drama channel, then, because I do, you know, videos about recovery and stuff over there every once in a while, but I was like, I feel like this is a video that I really want to share this story on. And I was like, if I do it over there, more people will see it. Just because, you know, there's more people that watch those videos over there than they watch the other videos. And so I was just like, you know, maybe the message will get out there to more people. It was interesting in talking to him today. Let me put my little, my happy moments last night. You want to see what my happy moments were? Filming on every channel, being with Boo. Okay, wait. And watching TV. Those were my 3 happy moments yesterday. I feel like, okay, the review video. See how quick that is? It's done. Which video is next? Peterisms and my TV video. I need to do my TV video because that one is long. It's like 20 minutes long, so it'll take a little bit longer to upload. So, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. I was really getting into something. Shoot. I got up today. Oh, my therapy session. So I was talking about the OCD. And I really like wanted to spend like 20 or 30 minutes kind of like talking about like recaps of like what I worked on, because I wanted to do this video. So he suggested to me, he was like, it was interesting because we were talking about it today, because he was the one that brought up me doing a video about it first. I'd done a couple videos in the past about it. I had mentioned that to him. He was like, you know, have you thought about doing a video of like overcoming most of this? And that was like 2 sessions ago or something, last session, I can't remember. And I said, I think, yeah, I would like to do that. And he was like, you know, you'd be helping other people maybe by sharing your story and what worked for you. But he said it would also be like a point for you to go back and reference it if it flares back up again. I was like, that's a really good point. Today when we were talking about it, he brought up those 2 points, but he was like, you know, my therapist always speaks to me in like the context and language of recovery, of which I speak. And so he was saying, you know, it's very much like the 12th step for you to make that video. Like 12th step in recovery is basically giving back and applying these principles in all of our affairs. And he was like, you know, for you to do a video about it, trying to like share your story to maybe help one other person out there, if you just help one person, right? Like I've always been of that idea that if you, he just keeps on walking to the edge of the staircase. It's so cute. He keeps on looking down. It's like if you just help one person, then like you've done your job, right? And like planting the seed or sharing your story. And he was like, you know, it's kind of like doing the 12th step, you know, with your OCD stuff. It was interesting though, because I was talking to him about, and I'll share this in the video, because I took a bunch of notes. Oh, is it sent already? Hold on a second. But I was talking to him about, now watch, since I just said over there that I'm gonna upload these on wrong videos, today will be the day that I'm like uploading these on wrong videos, channels. Okay, I don't think I am. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So he was talking about how I'm like in the maintenance phase. He was talking about the different phases of like working on issues, not just OCD, but any issue. And he was talking about like contemplative versus like pre-contemplative. And like pre-contemplative would be like, because I was talking to him about like, did you feel like at any point I was resistant to doing this stuff? He's like, no, not really. He was like, you kind of came into it like you just wanted to get rid of it. Like you were ready, you know? And he was talking about, we talked again about the difference between OCD and OCPD, and he was talking about like contemplative versus pre-contemplative and then maintenance. And he was like, you know, you're like in the maintenance stages of OCD right now. And I said, well, what does that mean? And he goes, well, maintenance is like you're in it for a long time afterwards, and it's just kind of like being very aware. He's like, you're very aware of like your rituals and things like that. And we were talking about the difference between compulsions and rituals. Like compulsive is like, compulsions are like compulsive thinking. And compulsions could become rituals, but they aren't necessarily rituals yet. It's just like a way of thinking or like moving in that direction. And I was telling him, this isn't making a lot of sense right now because I have it all like directed on like how we were having this conversation, but like, a lot of it for me, like some of the stuff that he suggested was like one of the things that he said was, I think one of the things that worked really well for you that I've had a lot of people in the past be resistant to, and then when they finally do it, like it really helps. But you came in right away and you were willing to do it. I don't remember being that willing to do it, but was work on the big rituals first. Like I can remember when he said that to me and I was really afraid of that, like getting rid of the big rituals first. Like the ones that were causing me the most problems, you know? And I was talking to him about like, I still have like one or two, like in every, you know, like in my, like something I said today and I was like, see, that's like my mind going right in that direction. He goes, but you're very aware of it. And he's like, you're not letting like, you're not coming up with new rituals to replace the old rituals. Like you might still have one or two, but you're very aware of when they come up. Like the rewinding of the TV for me is like, it still pops up every once in a while. It's nowhere, I told him, I said, it's probably like an eighth of what it used to be or something. I don't even remember what I said. But it's so much less. I mean, it was like every TV show. If I watch a half an hour TV show, it took me 2 hours to watch it. That's the truth. It probably plays into a lot of why I didn't have the patience to watch TV back in the day, because I just was constantly rewinding shows. And it would start with like, if I missed it and I didn't hear something, but then it was like, if you didn't rewind it, and then I had to rewind it like 4 times because 4 was my number. And so if I didn't, and then sometimes it would go into multiples of 4, like 8. If you have OCD, you understand this. 8, 12, and 16. And like, I would have to, sometimes 20 even, but like I would do it so many times. But can you imagine sitting there and rewinding a show to the exact spot that you missed 20 times? Like literally, and doing that like 6 times throughout a show. I mean, like that's craziness, right? And that was one of the things, is he's like, you know, you, like that's the part of the difference between OCD and OCPD is like part of what OCD is like the awareness of it. Like when you said to me, like, you feel like you're going crazy, like I did. Like I knew when I was doing that, like in your head, you think if you don't do this, something bad's gonna happen. But like you also at the same time know that you were winding a TV show, there's no basis in reality that if you don't do it, something bad's gonna happen. But it's almost like you can't, it's the compulsion, you can't stop yourself from doing it. So that one still comes up from time to time, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was back then. And he was like, you know, as long as you don't continue to replace them and you're just very aware of what's going on and you continue to talk about it and stuff like that, he was like, you know, I was asking him, I was like, you know, when we do our sessions online. I said, but when I come into the office for our marriage counseling sessions, I was like, do you notice like any OCD traits when I come in there? And he said, no. He said, I haven't, but you point out stuff, like if you do it, you point it out. Because that's like one of the things I've learned, is that when I do something with people that I'm with to point it out, right? And the other thing is that when I started working on it before then, like I can remember, out of fear of Alex, or like especially Alex and Tanya, Caroline like never really noticed stuff, but like Alex and Tanya and Valerie, they were the 3 that would like notice stuff that I would do. Valerie not so much, but really Tanya was the one that would notice stuff. Tanya's very observant. And so like one of them for me, this is going to sound crazy, is like I would have to pick up, at this point was before my number had changed from 4 to 3. It was 3 and then it was 4, but it was like back in the day when we were with our other therapist. It was before I started working on it. I would like, when we would go to a gas station, get a fountain pop, I would pick up 3 pieces of trash. And Tanya would see me and she would notice. I mean, she's very observant. So she would say, babe, like I worry about you. You're going to get, like she wouldn't say like, I'm worried about you with the OCD. I don't know that she thought it through that way. She'd say like, I'm worried you're going to get like MRSA or something like that. Like she'd be like, you're picking up dirty trash, like of people's on the ground, right? Like, but it's interesting because like he said something to me about like I came in one time and I straightened some books. I definitely like things have their place. Like I have the notebooks over here, my pens over there, but like if I came in and the pens were over there and the notebooks were over there, like I wouldn't be like, oh, I have to move that or something bad's gonna happen. Most of my rituals come in the form of counting or doing stuff again, having to repeat them again. Like that, like my books are out of order right now. It's like, I mean, if they're not, like here I am arranging them, but like they're still not arranged. Like that doesn't bother me. Like we have organized mess in our house. I mean, it's not messy, but it's an organized mess and I don't care. Like my books are not like in any kind of like color coded order. They're kind of like, those are my favorites, below them are books I've never read, and there's like recovery memoirs, but there's no like, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, I can remember there was a period in my life when I was very much like that, like lines on the carpet I had to see after I vacuumed and stuff, but that's not so much of it today. You know, but he was like, just think about the fact that because I said to him, I don't remember. I would have to go back and look and see when I first started talking about it on video, because I feel like the first time I worked on it was when I first did a video, and I don't remember when that was. So maybe a year ago, maybe 9 months ago, I don't know. He goes, but even just think about this. He goes, you were really, like, your OCD was really severe. Like, I remember the first time he said that to me, it just kind of was like, really? Like, it's really that bad? And he was like, yeah, it's pretty severe, Peter. Did somebody just text me? And I was like, I can remember thinking to myself, is it really that severe? And, oh, it's Alex. What'd he say? Aw. Sent me a sweet picture. What is this? What was I gonna say? Oh, so when I first started talking to him about, oh, the light is so bad, isn't it? When I first started talking to him, he was like, should I post my I've made 2 drama videos today. Should I post my second drama video? Let's just post it. Here we go. Everybody asked for it. I got so many messages about this video, and I know people are not gonna be happy with this, but whatever. It's the Raw Beauty Christie video. So when people go over to watch it, you'll know which one I'm talking about. I mean, I've never, I think in 2 years, I haven't received this many DMs for me, like people asking me to cover a story, like true story. I mean, even in comments in my videos, people are like, are you going to talk about this? When I put up the Q&As on like Instagram, I just got flooded with people wanting me to talk about this. But anyway, I remember when he and I first started talking about the OCD, and he was like, this is really, really severe. Like one of the things I was telling him is like making the list of all of my rituals, because he suggested that to me. I think I might have come up with it, and he was like, yeah, that's a good idea if you want to do it. And I remember like being in bed and being like, okay, I'm going to start up here with like the bedroom, and then the upstairs bathroom, and then the upstairs closet. And I remember like just laying there in bed and thinking about my different rituals and writing them down in my notes app. And when I got to the bathroom, I was like 20 deep. I mean, I had like 100 rituals on there just for the bedroom and the bathroom. And I just was like, it felt so overwhelming for me. I just was like, I really did not realize. I mean, it was so much. I just was like, this doesn't seem like I can overcome this at all, you know? And he kind of helped me reduce some, so I stopped after that. Like I made some for downstairs, but like I didn't ever make a full list of like all of my rituals. I did a good list of a lot of my rituals, but I never did like a full list of all of my rituals. It just felt so overwhelming to me. And I think also like it made me feel like looking at it like in the notes app, it's like doing inventory on paper. You can't shy away from it. Like looking at it made me feel like it was incomprehensible and it was crazier than it was. Like there was no way for me to ever overcome it. And also seeing like a lot of them on paper, so to speak, but it was in the notes app. Like I couldn't make sense of like where they came from or how they started or why they needed to be that. I mean, it just was constant, you guys. Like it was literally constant. And so he said to me today, he was like, look and see where you were, 9 months to a year ago compared to where you are now. And he was like, of course you're still going to have like fears associated with it, because I think a big part of it for me was like working on the underlying fears and underlying issues and things like that. And he said that today. He was like, but look at where you are today compared to where you were 9 months or a year ago. He was like, you told me there's no way I'm ever going to get over these. He goes, even if we didn't get them done in 90 days, he was like, which I think it was pretty close to that. He was like, you're telling me now, out of hundreds upon hundreds of rituals that you had, that you just couldn't even get through a day or even an hour without doing 100 rituals. He said now, less than a year later, he said you're like walking around, you're walking upstairs, you're walking all around, you're doing all this kind of stuff. Because I was, okay, and he said, and look how far you've come. He was like, that is like testament to how hard you worked. He was like, I didn't do any of that. He was like, I just gave you the suggestions and you followed them, He was like, it was you that did the work. I was telling him that two things. When I watch like shows on my iPad, that is when like I've uploaded every video. The laundry is mostly done. The kitchen's clean. All I'm doing now is watching TV and then going to bed. It's like that is the moment that my mind is relaxed. Well, when I'm laying there and my mind is most relaxed is when my mind starts to spin a lot, right? And I said to him, I said, I almost kind of feel like, because one of the things I've noticed is like when I take my walks, I feel the voice. If you have OCD, you'll get it, okay? I feel like the OCD voice, I can hear it almost kind of like come into my head. Kind of like, you gotta walk down this street 2 times back and forth. Like I can hear it and I resist it and I go against it and I just do what I wanna do, right? But I can kind of hear it in my head. Like as I'm walking, I make up like new rules for my walk, right? And I've been so good about resisting and not doing it and things like that, right? Or like, you need to like walk up this driveway and down that driveway. It's like I'm resistant to it, like, or walk down this street, not that street and whatever. But like I can hear it, like in my head, it's still there. The camera stopped. I said, you know what's so interesting to me is that I'm either like sitting and when it's coming out now is like when I mean, it never comes up when I'm like filming videos and running in and outside, upstairs, downstairs, taking Boo out. It hardly ever happens anymore. It's only when I'm like relaxing watching TV or when I'm relaxing walking. I mean, even walking is relaxing to me while I'm listening to an audiobook and stuff. And he said, the mind, when it's at peace and rest, is when it starts dealing with chaos. And he was like, it makes total sense that when you are the most relaxed and the most at peace, because you are somebody that grew up in chaos, you do very well in chaos. Now you relate the chaos to all of this other stuff, but now that you're in this calm state, that makes sense that that's when it's gonna come out. He was like, so the next situation for you that we've gotta work on is you being comfortable, being relaxed, like you folding into watching TV or taking a walk or just sitting reading a book, like becoming very comfortable doing that. Because even as much as I do that, I mean, I think we all know how much TV I watch, I'm still not super comfortable doing that. Like while I'm watching TV, okay, that video's up. While I got one more video to upload. While I'm watching TV, I constantly feel like I need to be productive, like I need to be cleaning the kitchen, or I need to be doing laundry or doing dishes, or making like last night, making a list of all the videos that I want to make today. I always am constantly feeling like that, like I need to be productive, right? And he was like, we have got to get you to a point where you can just relax for being relaxed state, like for sake, you know, like not that you constantly have, what am I doing here? I don't even know what's going on here. He was like, we've got to get you to a point where you just are relaxed and that you can just enjoy being relaxed because you're not there yet. And I'm not there yet. I wish I was, but I'm not there yet. So, you know, that's the next thing to work on, and to continue to be aware of the OCD traits, and to make sure that I'm not inventing new rituals or coming up with new rituals, and working on the last 2 or 3 that remain. I mean, to even say that I mean, I was talking to him today about the history of it, and like, I can remember a time when I lived in my old apartment with my ex, and I don't remember if it was after we broke up or we were still together. I don't really remember. It might have been around the time that my mom got sick, in all honesty, but I remember coming home from work and I just stopped. Like, you would open our door and then we had like a private like entrance, and so I just walked up the stairs inside the apartment and I just stopped. And like, one of my rituals at that point was like skipping like 3 steps, and I like missed a step and I like fell, and I just sat down and I started crying. I just was like, this is nuts. Like, you're not controlling the world. Because this is what my thinking is. I don't know how other people with OCD think, but my thinking is, oh, wait, hold on a second. Is it sent? Okay. My thinking is that, hold on a second, let me see. My thinking is, like, if I do these rituals, okay, let me put a title on here really quick. Misspell. My thing is that if I do these things, like skip 3 steps at that time, right, then maybe I'm controlling my mom's health. I know that sounds nuts, but that's how my mind was working, or has worked in the past, right? When you're completely fully aware that you stepping over 3 steps is going upstairs has no bearing on your mother's health whatsoever. That's the craziness of it. And you're fully aware of that. And so you feel crazy, but you can't not do it because you don't want to like chance or risk the fact that if you don't do it, you know what I mean? It's just like, it sounds nuts, right? Like, it's you feel crazy. I felt crazy. And I was telling him, you know, like, I've talked to him about this before, but like, I can remember in that moment, like sitting on the stairs and just being like, like in that moment being like, that's when I truly got it, right? Like I was like, you're trying to like control something that you have no control over and you just need to let go of it. But that's a lot easier said than done. Well, I mean, that moment was 16 years ago. And I've been dealing with it ever since. And then after the accident, it came out so much worse. I mean, so much worse after the accident. And then, you know, it would flare up at times. But like, since my childhood, I've had a lot of it. My rituals have changed through times, you know. But like, I mean, I look back on like, I was like the order and the organization when I was growing up. Like I can remember like putting my teddy bears like in a row and they had to be like certain teddy bears with certain spaces. And, you know, like there was like an order to it. Like an order, I think, gave me safety. It gave me, and living in this chaos where I didn't know what I was coming home to. If I had my room be the same every single day, like I can remember like as a little kid, like tucking in my stuffed animals and having my bed made the same way and having my room be the same way. Like if I came home to that sameness every day, then the fear of, and maybe that's where it came from, I don't know, but then the fear of coming home and not knowing what the condition of my mom was going to be or whatever, right? Like, or if she was going to be at home, you know, when I got a little bit older. Like I think that sameness for me, and it's interesting because my bedroom was never a place that I really spent a lot of time in, but it always had to be very, very organized. And then even like when I first moved out, like if you saw pictures of my first apartment, you wouldn't think like, okay, that's an organized apartment. I mean, it was like chaotic artistry. Like there was art all over the walls, and like I had this empty bird cage in the corner that I got found next to the trash dumpster one time. Everybody loved that. And I had a stuffed bird inside of it, and I had plants all over the place. I love that apartment. But like my closet and like my cabinets were very organized. I can remember like even an active addiction, like vacuuming and having to see the lines in the carpet. And that carried over until I was sober. I mean, until I started working on this with him, I had mentioned it to sponsors and stuff like that. But until I mentioned him to it last year that I wanted to work on it, that was really the most honest and transparent I had ever been with a therapist, sponsor, anybody about. I mean, I would throw out, yeah, I have OCD, but that was like really the first time that I was really like, okay, I think I need to work on this. And then to tell him and for him to say, Peter, this is much more severe than you have any idea. I think it was like such a wake-up call for me that if you don't do this, if you don't work on it, it's going to get so much worse. And he didn't force me to do it. He was just like, I can give you suggestions. We can be done with this in 90 days and you can be through it. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way in 90 days. Well, the reality is, I don't know about 90 days, but less than a year later, I mean, I'm dealing with 1 or 2 rituals that kind of flare up every once in a blue moon, you know? So it worked, you know? It was really helpful to me. So, and there were a lot of like individual things that really, really helped. So that was my therapy session today. And then we talked about some other stuff and some goals to work on going forward, not with OCD. And then we talked about like a little bit about setting boundaries and stuff like that, but that was just like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of it. And then talked about we set some goals for moving forward, set an appointment. I'm seeing him every 2 weeks now, and then we're doing marriage counseling every 2 weeks. And he told me, he was like, anytime that you feel like you need to like up the sessions or whatever. And I was like, okay. I was like, through the summer, let's try to do every 2 weeks. And then in the fall, if I feel like I need to go back to every week, because in the summer, it takes out a huge chunk during the middle of my day. Not that I care. If I needed it, I would do it. But like today, it was fine because it was raining and stuff. But if it was sunny, I'd be like, I don't want to go to the pool, you know? But I know that's stupid, but that's just how I am. If I don't feel like there's an immediacy to me, and he is so great. Like he has been so wonderful with like being able to like move me around and things like that with sessions. So he's been fantastic about that. So had that session today with my therapist and I got done. And then after that, I knew Alex was coming home later. I really was like, I had this drama video about Robbie DeChristie that people had asked me to make. And I kind of looked into it a little bit last night. So that was my drama video that I was going to make. Well, I poured some coffee and I poured a little bit more coffee in there and I went outside and took Boo Radley out. And then I was like just sitting in the chair and I was like looking through stuff and I started seeing all these videos go up about Gypsy Rose Blanchard being pregnant. So I was like, well, that would be an easy video. Maybe I'll make the Robbie DeChristie video tomorrow. I might do the OCD video tomorrow on my drama channel. I've got to decide if that's where I want it to go or not. And so I just went upstairs and I filmed the drama video and then I turned around and I think I filmed them back to back, both drama videos. So I ended up making 2 drama videos a Peterisms video. Peter does stuff. The Peterisms video is based on these inspirational quotes that I saw on Instagram that I really liked. Peter does stuff video was the birthday gifts that Alex got me. And then I did a review video of cotton candy today. Candy, Skittles and Starburst favorite cotton candy. And then I did a Sister Wives video on my TV channel. So yeah, so today was a really good day. It was really productive, got a lot of stuff done, had a really good day, had a fun day. And therapy session was great. And yeah, it was just a really, really good day. And Alex will get home. Well, what time is it now? Because he was just texting me. It is 8 o'clock, so he'll probably be home by 9 o'clock, and he'll probably be exhausted because he left for work early this morning, and then he had these meetings afterwards. And is meeting with some people that like I know as well, so that's what he was sending me. But anyway, so yeah, so tonight he'll probably just want to relax and stuff like that. And I think tonight I'm going to probably watch an episode or two of Sister Wives. I keep on wanting to start Love Island, but I'm so hooked on Sister Wives. The thing about Sister Wives, though, is like with the early seasons, I mean, I'm starting season 6, is like they end and then they start up like 2 months later. There's like no in-between time. I almost kind of wish there was like 6 months in between. So it could kind of be like they could catch you up on what happened. It really isn't like that. I mean, it's like they pick up the cameras like a month later or 2 months later. At least in the early seasons they do. So it looks like my Peterisms video is almost done. So yeah, that's tonight. I might take a little bit of a nap. If my eye is still hurting tomorrow during Cousin Fun Day, I'm going to see if Caroline can run me by my eye doctor really quick if I can get in just to see them for like 10 minutes. But I feel like it's an issue with me, maybe like I need to just have a day where I don't wear any contacts and I just wear my glasses for a day. I feel like maybe my eye is just like exhausted or something. So it's not red today or pink or anything like that. There's no color to it. It looks fine, but it just is a little bit sore. So yeah, tonight, Sister Wives, and then I do want to watch Dark Matter. I'm at least going to watch one episode of Dark Matter tonight. I may end up finishing it tonight, but that's doubtful. We'll see. We'll see, but I'm going to make this a little earlier. I'm going to make this a little bit shorter of a vlog today so that I can get the rest of these videos up, and shorter is 41 minutes. Oh, there's Boo Radley. Hey. And I can go hang out with Boo Radley too. So make it a little bit shorter today, get off here. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing, what is today, Tuesday. If nobody, I was going to go to my meeting tonight with Tani, but she couldn't go because she had a bunch of stuff going on. So anyway, so it's just me and the TV tonight. Me and the TV to practice being in that state of peace like my therapist wants me to do. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and if you're still here, last night I was doing all this stuff, watching TV shows, and it was like 3:30 in the morning or 3:40 in the morning. I was like, oh, you didn't post your, I think it was that late. It was real late. I was like, you didn't post your vlog yet. So that's why my vlog got posted so late last night, but that won't happen tonight, I hope. You probably are watching this at 4 a.m. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.